one of the engineers said, you know, since we're paying for the cost of power, why don't we think about putting everything off the grid? And so I said, go try to figure it out. And it took cooperation by Hawaiian Electric. Not only did they agree to it, but they actually put in a significant amount of money to help make this all work. So today, Kauiki Village is completely off the grid. And you know, Tesla, who I say provided the batteries, they didn't give it, but as part of the system, even today, Tesla said we're the only, Kauiki Village is the only community in the world that's completely off the grid. That technology was created right here in Hawaii. I told us engineers, you gotta tell the world about the significance of what you've done. And you know, Hawaii guys said, nah. I said, no, I said, Joe, you gotta do this. And I don't know if they've done it, but that's typical Hawaii. We've had people from all over the world come and visit Kauiki Village. From people looking at the power system to people just wanting to look at the concept of it. And whenever I walk, so I was a person who gave the tours because I wanted people to get the depth and breadth of what was created and why it was created. But every single group that went by, I have at least a few people say, you know, there's something really different about this place. I see smiling children. I see smiling mothers. I see this a place where people are happy to be with each other. So my answer was that, you know what you're feeling is the soul of Kauiki Village. It's the soul of the mana. I didn't use the word mana. A soul of all the energy of all the people to help to make this village become a reality. I realized I started using the word Hawaii soul. So what you're feeling when you walk through this village is Hawaii soul. It's an aggregation of all of who we are. And when I travel around the world and many times I just voluntarily do things to help socioeconomic issues throughout the world, and I do it willingly coming from here because I can see that what we have is something that the rest of the world is dying for. They're thirsty for. So I gave you the Kauiki story because it kind of bundles this thing about Hawaii soul, but I'm also talking about the doubling and redoubling of commitment to leave this world a better place for our children and grandchildren. I'm also telling this story because, you know, the solutions, they talk about new solution. I don't think it's new solution. It's going back to being authentic. And it's, you know, like Kauiki Village, we didn't recreate anything. We just went this way, just a little bit, just using the same, we didn't change anything. We just change the way we view in doing things. It's just a slight switch. But my life now is really about that, about truly leaving a world that's better for our children and grandchildren. And it involved, people talk about affordable housing, about mental health issues, about affordable housing, about homelessness. To me, all those things can be addressed, and we're addressing it now. And if I'll leave it open to questions if you have, but I hope with that, I hope that you join me and join us, no matter what ages we are, to redouble our efforts and redouble our effort, redouble our commitment to this thing that we call Hawaii Soul.
Culture and all that. You know, Peter Drucker, famous business guy, 70s, 60s, and he said, culture eats strategy for breakfast. And like you said, that our culture, you brought it out, we got to care for the people, the plantations, so that's all. I think that's why it's successful. Because you can come on any strategy for mainland, you know it doesn't work because they don't take our culture like
earlier in my, maybe about 20 years ago, I shared this story before. I was invited to this meeting in New York City with this guy who actually started this whole buyout thing. Henry Kravitz was in his office, and in this room was the founder of, actually sitting next to me was a CEO of Sony, had the founder of JetBlue Airlines, in front of me, I can just picture all the captains of finance in the world, the Solomon Brothers, all these, Merrill Lynch, founder of Six Sigma. Anyway, I can just see these guys in the room, Henry Kravitz, and they're all talking about this issue of leadership. That was all it was all about. And I looked, you know, Hawaii guy, first of all, I'm thinking, what am I doing over here? So I was quiet. I looked at the clock, had 20 minutes left before the meeting was done. I thought to myself, I didn't want to travel 5,000 miles and not say anything. So you know what I did? You know what I did? I said, okay. I go, I'll give my all. You know this, I just give my all about, actually, all the stuff that we talk about being from this place and our style of doing things and our style of running things. And after I said what I had to say, I was stunned because everybody was quiet. And one guy, I saw his face like this. At that moment, I realized all these guys, they all want what we have. It's that culture. We're world class in who we are. I seen it. I know. I seen it for myself. So you're right. Culture overtakes everything else, and we have it.